Over the past couple of years, my son, with a little help from me, has managed to put together this small collection of Z cars. And we basically have our own private Z junkyard. But as you can imagine, we have parts spread out everywhere in the garage, the shed, and in the cars themselves, and it's really time to clean up. Now, Grassroots Motorsports, with their 2000X Challenge, has pretty much inspired me to take one of these cars and turn it into a $2,000 race car. Back in the beginning of 2000, the magazine published the results for their $1,500 challenge. That was, buying a car, modifying it, and racing it down in Florida, and spending no more than $1,500 total. I think this proved to be a very winning formula for the magazine, because the next year they came up with a $2,000 challenge, and it became an annual event. And it was certainly a ton of fun for guys like me to read every year, to read about all these cars, to see what guys are doing all around the country on a grassroots level. Now, very quickly, these cars became very quick. 2004, they're running in the 10-second bracket in a quarter mile, and all for under $2,000. So let's jump ahead to 2015. We got a couple of cars rusting away in the driveway, and it just seemed like a very good time for me to try to build a $2,000 race car with my three sons and see what we can do. Now, we'd also like to build a competitive car. And right now, I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I'm not sure how to get a Datsun L28 motor, 2.8 liter inline six, into the 400 horsepower bracket and do it for under $2,000, but that'll be part of the fun. And these videos, they're going to be just a video blog of our efforts, because this is a complete hobby level, guy in the garage, grassroots, shade tree effort to build a race car for $2,000. So with that being said, let's just get started. Now, this competition really favors V8s, and the first thing that comes to mind is a V8 swap. But as my kids say, these inline sixes, they just sound too good to not use these motors, and I have to give that to them. So we're going to try to do something with an inline six. So before me are the engine choices for this project. I've got a 2.4 liter that came out of my son's 240. This one actually has only 18,000 original miles, but it's been in storage for maybe 25, 30 years. Small bores, small strokes, small valves. Not ideal, but it's an option. Back here we have the 2.8 liter fuel injected motor that came out of my son's 280 project car. This one is completely seized solid. What we're going to do, we're going to strip it down. We'll take as many parts off as we can. We'll see how bad it is inside and see what's salvageable or what's not. Down here we have a 2.8 liter short block. Unfortunately, this has been in the shed for a couple of years, and it's covered in rust on all the machined areas. May not be valid for this project, just for the amount of machine work it would need to really clean up all the rust. But again, it's a backup. Now over here we have a 2.6 liter that came out of the black car, and this is our milkshake machine. It was running, but unfortunately after a fresh oil change, it was just a brown frothy mess in the oil pan, so it's leaking water into the oil system someplace. It did come with twin downdraft Webers. I'm not particularly excited about that, but maybe we could sell them off. But it also had a set of long tube headers. Now, as you can see, they're all rusted over. We'll sandblast them, see if they can be salvaged, see if we can patch them up. But it does save us a little bit of money. Unfortunately, they're not like real fat race headers, like 1 3/4 primaries. They look like 1 5/8 primaries, or maybe 1 1/2 primaries. But they're here, and we'll start with them. So these are our options. We'll strip off these two motors, and we'll see if we have the basis for an engine for this race car project.